Hey everybody, welcome to this installment of Talking Points. Today we're going to be looking at Flame Toys Snake Eyes Action Figure Model Kit. Now this is released through Bandai. You can find it at Target currently. You might have better luck online than in store, but either way you should be able to get it for about 40 bucks. It's pricey for an action figure, yes, but you do assemble it yourself, which you'd think would make it cheaper since you're the labor involved, but here we are. I thought you'd actually enjoy a look at what it takes to go into it, so I took a time lapse of me assembling it, and I'm going to insert that right here. And here is the finished product. You can see it's a functional action figure, not just a static pose. Quite a few joints, quite a few loose pieces. That brings me to my first point. They say glue is not required for this, but as you can see, things tend to fall off. You may want to actually glue things in place. Unless you like the idea of making it a bit more customizable where you can change things in and out. In which case, more power to you. You can leave things as they are, just pop them in and out as needed. Now, you don't need paint, although you can see from the box art and from the instructions that they have, in fact, added some places with paint to give it a touch of color, a little bit of silver here and there, just to break up just the two-color look that the base figure gives you. Now, he does come with a plethora of accessories, and quite a few of them can stay on his person. You have the 3 grenades on his bandolier, another 2 hanging from his belt. There's a space for a knife on there and a pistol holster. And though it should be noted, while he does have the scabbards for his katana on his back, these are just little plugs, and you switch it out for a full katana when you want him to hold his swords. Something I should point out that I did not notice when making the model is you need to put the ankle ball joints in the proper order. You want to plug them into the feet first and then the shin. You do it the other way and you're going to snap the ball joint plug, which is exactly what I did with this foot. So this is being held on with glue right now. It is a dead joint. If you look at the instructions, it does point out to do it in that order. But if you're not paying the closest of attention, like I was, you may miss that and then end up cursing yourself for spending $40 on a figure that doesn't have all the movement it should. And then you're considering buying a second one just to fix that ankle, and maybe you can justify it by leaving one stock and then maybe painting up the other one to get it a little bit more like the upgraded version seen in the instruction booklet covers. And that is not a cheap choice to make, let me tell you. There are quite a few instructions to follow. You do start out with that many sprues, and for the most part, you know, you're just mirroring the arm construction, the leg construction, plugging that into a central torso. And then you pop together some weapons at the end before putting it all on. So as an action figure, it does have quite a few options for making the looks. He does have several alternate hands, though I do wish the trigger finger hand was made of a softer plastic so we can hold the guns in a more reasonable way. His hand has to be really splayed open to fit the handle into it, because this is a sturdier plastic like the rest of his body, not a more pliable one. And I just kind of think a pliable hand with like sort of a, an equivalent of a kung fu grip would have worked a lot better in this situation. And yes, it should be noted, this is a 5-inch figure. It's definitely short when compared to the classified figure or even the Snake Eyes Origins toys. Now, granted, if you're going with a 1/12 scale, classified figures would top out around at 6 inches, they'd be 6 feet. So, if you want, you could have a 5-foot tall Snake Eyes. It's nothing really wrong with that, though I don't think that really matches any of our mental images of how high Snake Eyes should be. But that's still, within the realm of human variation. If you are willing to invest the time in putting the model together, you are rewarded with a fairly nice action figure at the end. It's just a matter of whether you think the entry cost is worth it or not. It is a bit steep at $40, but I kind of like the puzzle aspect of putting everything together and ending up with a workable action figure at the end, though your mileage may vary. I am kind of leaning into picking up the motorcycles and the Storm Shadow figure, and I'm curious to see what you all think. Is this something you'd want to pick up? Let us know in the comments. And while you're there, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff that social media people always ask you to do. And that'll do it for today's talking point. A quick short one we wanted to get out the door just to see what people thought of this figure. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Articulated Points. We hope you enjoyed it. And we'd appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to learn more about some of the toys featured in this episode or want to follow us on social media, links are in the description below this video.